My name is Bethany Bella.
I'm Josh Gregory.
And I'm Robin Merowitz. We are members of the WGLH TV program, here to ask you a very special request.
World War II veterans have sacrificed their time and talents to make sure Gahanna, our nation, and even our world are a better place.
These World War II and Korean War veterans, with an average age about 87, are dying at about 1,200 people each day.
Many of these veterans have not even had the opportunity to visit our nation's capital or see the war memorials that honor them for their sacrifice.
However, through a program called Honor Flight, which was started in Ohio, these veterans are given the opportunity to fly to Washington, D.C. for one day.
Honor Flight pays for the cost for these veterans to visit our nation's capital and see the memorials, especially the World War II and Korean memorials.
The cost of this program is $12,000 for one flight of veterans, which holds about 35 to 40 veterans at approximately $300 a veteran.
Bethany, Josh, and I hope that the Gahanna schools and the greater Gahanna community can partner together to pay for an honor flight this spring.
Honor Flight is now in 70 cities across the nation. The three of us were given the opportunity to travel as guardians on a recent Honor Flight trip this past fall.
We would like to share with you the opportunity that a program like this provides for our veterans.
Honor Flight is a unique and exclusive experience offered to those United States veterans who served during World War II and the Korean War.
Thank you for your service. Welcome to your memorial. Enjoy your visit today.
My name is Earl Morse, and I started Honor Flight in January of 2005. And it started because I was seeing veterans in 2004, right after they built the World War II Memorial. I work as a physician assistant in a small VA clinic in Springfield, Ohio. And I had about 200 of my patients were World War II veterans. They had no way to visit their memorial. So I started recruiting other pilots from the Aero Club at Wright Pat, and we were putting World War II veterans initially on little Pipers and Cessnas and flying over the Appalachian Mountains. It was like 3.5 hours, and then we would land, and they'd see the World War II Memorial, get on the planes, and fly back, and that was it. That was their entire day. And each month went by, we had more and more planes, so that at the end of the year, we actually had 20 small planes taking off, one right after another, bringing out these veterans. And it was awesome. It just kind of snowballed, and people found out about what we were doing. And I really thought that the only people that felt this way about World War II veterans is that they all lived in Ohio. You know, I didn't know that the entire nation felt the same way about World War II veterans. And then you come here today and you see this airport is packed with World War II veterans going back to parts all over the United States. Makes you feel great, because this is their memorial and they deserve to see it. So to make this happen for them is a privilege. It's a blessing. It's an honor for all of us.
The trip consists of a day-long expedition to the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., in which the veterans witness, many for the first and only time, the war memorials constructed in their honor. The veterans are taken to the World War II Memorial, the Korean War Memorial, the Vietnam Wall, the Women's Memorial, and Arlington National Cemetery. One of the most exciting parts of the day for the veterans is being able to see the revered changing of the guard ceremony. Mail call is especially an element of the day that takes these veterans back in time to their days of service.
We're going to do mail call today. There are a number of people who have written letters to you, and they get here a little faster than they did back then.
Social studies is my favorite subject. In my free time, I'm in Girl Scouts and a school club called Rachel's Challenge. I have two brothers who are 11 years old and twins. I also have a dog named Honey. I am very grateful for all that you have done for me in this country.
Many of these veterans come to Washington, D.C. with fascinating history.
I was in the 95th Infantry Division in Europe. I went into service in 1942 and got out in 1945. I started out in a rifle company, and then they transferred me to a reconnaissance platoon, and then they transferred me into a cannon company.
I spent 13 months in Texas, 4 months in Ireland, and about 1 month in England. Then we went on to the beach, on Utah Beach. From there all over France. I never got out of France.
I took basic training in Keesler Field, Mississippi, and had 9 weeks of that, and was shipped to a place called Buckley Field out in Colorado. I was only there 3 months, and I was in the hospital and given pills and doing duties of a nurse, I guess.
It's a memorable and moving day for both the veterans and the guardians who accompany them.
I keep coming back as a guardian because I get more than I give. I mean, really, it's a wonderful experience. It's great to hear the veteran stories and to make those connections with them and to help them make connections with our younger people. So that really makes it worth it. Love it.
Honor Flight, there's at the Naval Academy there's a group called the Midshipman Action Group that I'm good friends with one of the other midshipmen who's one of the people who are in charge of it. And I got involved at first because we would kind of somewhat regularly, starting last year, we would go on Saturday mornings and welcome the veterans as they arrived at BWI and then just salute and see them off. And then last spring the opportunity came up to be a guardian for an entire day, and it's been an amazing experience. This is my second time doing it, and just to be able to spend a whole day and help a lot of these veterans see the memorials to wars that they fought in is just kind of, it's sort of surreal.
The veterans truly appreciate the opportunity to travel with Honor Flight, and many speak very highly of the program and its staff.
Oh, it was a wonderful day. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I love Washington, and I love those monuments, and special day.
I'm lost for words. I'm overwhelmed. It's the greatest thing that ever happened to me. The people were just fantastic. I'd do it again if you let me.
And it's been a beautiful day, and I really think the World War II Memorial is fantastic and very inspiring, and we're lucky to have such a nice day.
There's no other words I can say. It's just been an absolutely experience that I'm so thankful for.
Best day I've had in quite a while, really. I got to meet a lot of friends that I didn't know I had.
I'll tell you what my favorite part was all you guardians looking after us.
It's all been spectacular. The welcome with hundreds of people welcome us when we arrived at the airport has to be among the top things. And of course the memorial here is exciting and wonderful and great to enjoy. All in all, it's a great day, and it's just amazing that we have an organization that brings veterans to a place like this. And the care and the manner in which they do it is absolutely incredible.
The high point of today was when I got off of the plane and walked up the ramp, and all those guys, get ready. All those guys out there waiting to greet you. I didn't look for that. So that was the top part of the day for me.
Honor Flight is an unforgettable experience, a memory that will last a lifetime. Now we are turning to you, the students and staff of the Gahanna Jefferson Public School District.
Right now, we have raised about $1,200 out of the $7,000 needed to sponsor our portion of the flight to fly World War II and Korean War veterans to Washington, D.C. to visit their memorials.
We are asking all Gahanna Jefferson students and staff in honor of Veterans Day to join in our fundraising to honor these veterans.
It costs $300 to send one veteran on each flight. So give your change to help support the veterans, for they have sacrificed so much for us.
These sacrifices deserve our recognition and support. This has been Bethany Bella,
Josh Gregory,
and Robin Merowitz asking you to honor and serve our veterans. Thank you.